Bobbing his head. That's
Oh,
great.
On the
it does
treadmill.
sound like that. It is that.
What's his name? Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin.
Hey guys, we're live, and this is Dope or Nope. We're just talking about car insurance. You've joined us this week, and we bring you every week at 3 p.m. EST on Thursday. The demo drops. You know, you're such a. What's the? I can't think of the word. Curmudgeon. Is that
Curmudgeon.
it?
Yeah.
With the time,
That
it's
fits.
3:04. It's 3:04. I'm
Curmudgeon.
just saying.
I've never
305.
heard that word used in context.
I don't know
It's
what that word
perfect.
is.
Curmudgeon. Look it
Yeah.
up. It has
How do
his
you
picture
spell
right
that?
next to it.
Yeah.
I've only used that word a handful of times, but I actually don't know how to spell it. So
Yeah.
Is it with a C or a K?
I
have no idea.
really. It's spelled
Cur-
Lorne. Sorry.
Adam.
So here we go. This is Demo Drop. Thank you for everyone joining us back again. Rimness Music, Mike Bond. I'm feeling pretty good today. You know, I had a nice
Yeah,
vacation in
it's gonna be
Maine. It
great.
was really nice, relaxing.
Yeah.
I feel
Glad to
curmudgeon.
have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. But I watched
Welcome
the show
back,
last
George
week.
from
It
Naples.
looked like a lot of fun with John and some great music. Also, wow.
yeah, it was
Um,
really good music last week.
good stuff. I love that,
Mhm.
and I love that I get to watch it back. Austin, thanks for putting that stuff up and doing the work on that.
Yes, sir.
So, I guess we'll get started introducing everyone. This is Dope or Nope and Raquel Goldie right here. And can we move her up here? Oh, much better. Thank you.
Yeah, watch this.
I'll Raquel.
take care.
Okay. Oh, you got it?
There it is.
Okay.
Hi.
Raquel Goldie, you can find her on Sirius XM Hits every Sunday, every other Sunday.
Oh wait, I have exciting news. I'm
Whoa.
gonna be on twice a month.
Twice a month now.
Hey.
Yeah.
You heard it here live. Twice a month, Sirius XM Hits, where they play the hits.
That's great.
You
Double
can also
trouble.
find her every Friday, 10 a.m. EST on Vinny's Vibes show on Pitbull
Yep.
Globalization. Also on
And
Yeah.
Raquel's still looking for someone to come over and fix that drawer.
yeah,
Wait, no, for
some-
now
Oh, yeah.
both of them are broken.
nice.
Bro.
They're matching busted drawers. That's
Do we need a
perfect.
GoFundMe for the drawers?
I think so. Let's do it.
I think
I think
so.
we need to do an NFT drop for Raquel here.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just help me,
Wait.
please.
She can do a drop with pictures of her ever-changing hair color in the front. It's perfect.
Listen.
Yeah, it's great. I love it today.
Or
It's
we play a
wonderful.
game of guess what the next color is. Also,
True.
if you are looking for some social media help, please DM her. She's got what it takes to get you going. Next up, Mr. Austin Kramer from Tomorrowland Radio and the Essential Selection that is oh so good every Monday, right? On
Unreleased.
Spotify. Unreleased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
And
the
a new
unreleased
record,
tunes.
a new record coming out, right? Starring
How'd you
Austin
know?
on vocals.
Wow.
Another one?
Hey.
Another one?
There's some sweet promo. Thanks,
Wow.
Gal.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's cool.
August
When's it out? What's it
26th.
called? What do we got?
It's called So Good. It's my follow-up collab with Mr. Steve Bryan in Germany.
Nice.
Ooh.
Uh,
Very nice.
And when is that? August 26th, you said?
Yeah, August 26th.
Very nice. And there it is.
Yes, sir.
Up next, Mr. Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, one half of the Disco Fries. And, wow, that's, I don't know, I kind of should probably drop it there, but there's also Liftoff Recordings. You can find him on Finish and Fix My Track, whichever one you happen to like, really point yourself at.
Yeah, they both resolved to the same address
They-
now.
They seem to both work now, since we've screwed that up quite a few times. And you can find them online here with us every week. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Lauren Padman, Vice President of Dimmock Records and all-around studio aficionado. How was Nashville, by the way?
Nashville was outstanding. Nashville was
Nashville's so fun.
really, really impressive. I had no idea. I'll give you a snapshot of what it was like for me on Sunday morning at the hotel I was at. I just went downstairs and I thought, should I have breakfast here or something? I'm not too sure. And then I was like, wait, what is that songbird that's happening behind me? And it was a a girl who was just sitting in the corner playing a couple of acoustic songs, and it turns out her name is Savannah Keys. Raquel knows
Hello?
who that is.
That's one of my.
Yes.
Okay, wait. That's so funny. So she's
Yeah.
getting married next month, and I set her up with my best friend from high school. So I am the matchmaker and the reason they're getting married.
That's
Wow.
wild.
What are the odds on that,
Wait.
by the way? What?
Yeah, what's
It
the
turns
over-under
out
on that?
Yeah. What's the over/under exactly? She's perfect. She's literally pitch perfect.
She's amazing.
Like, everything
Yeah.
was pitch perfect. I sat there for an hour trying to call her out on.
Oh no.
That is
Whoops.
wild.
Lauren critiqued her in
Yeah.
real
So
time.
I. The wedding because I'm going to be in Korea, but they're literally getting married because I did
Yeah.
that.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, no, I couldn't
Amazing.
believe it. When I went to follow her on Instagram, I was like, wait a minute. You know Raquel
Yeah.
Goldie? Come on, get out of here. She goes, oh yeah, she introduced me to my fiance. And I'm like, what is happening? So that was Nashville. Nashville was awesome. It was just basically, like they say when you come to LA and you come to Hollywood, the people who are street performers, buskers, as we would say in Australia, are like the best in the world. That's what it felt like for me when I was just listening to walking past any of the places downtown on Broadway. They've actually got check this out, they have an ordinance from the city council to say you can only have a license if you have a live band playing with the window open on the first floor. So as you're walking down the street, you're just getting smashed with like every different kind of live band, and it sounds fantastic. So
Wow,
That
that's
sounds like
incredible.
something that
Yeah.
needs to be enacted everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. I
More
worked
of
in
those
country
laws.
music. I worked in
Yeah,
country
yeah.
music for 3 years. That's why I basically lived in Nashville my first 3 years out of college.
Wait, I didn't know
That's
that.
how I know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how I know Savannah.
Great.
I
That's
interviewed her
insane.
literally when I was like 22.
Wow. Well, I guess we'll add
awesome.
matchmaking
Yeah,
to
she's
your
amazing.
introduction.
Please.
Yes.
Very nice. You got it all. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Why don't we start with our first demo, since that's what we're doing here. This is Colin Oliver, and You Can Do Better, right here on Dope or Nope. Demo drop.
You can do better, girl. You can do better, yeah. Hand me my sweater, I feel a change in the weather. 'Cause you can do better, you can do better. Listen. I knew the second he walked in. He got those claws all up on ya. Got those paws, it's just another dog, yeah. I know the signs, I know the sins. It ain't worth
I don't know. Nice place to start.
Hey, Nick, could I have a bell, please?
Oh, already?
Literally.
Wow.
Thank you. Wow, that's a really, really, really good record. What a great combination of pianos, bass, really tight bottom end, good vocal. And I can hear where it's headed now. It's going to build and come back with a really rock star drop.
Yeah.
I like. Very nice.
Very nice. Colin Oliver. And that's called You Can Do Better. Be expecting an email or a DM from Lauren very soon.
Colin's a rising star, super young, and we met him in person in Miami. He's done a lot of work with Brooklyn Fire and does live streams on Instagram. He's awesome.
I mean,
This is so good.
very young, right? Because the picture he has up, he looks like he's, literally maybe 15.
I had
Yeah,
one
he's
tiff
super
with the
young. I don't
record.
remember. Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh,
I
what's
just
that?
had one little tiff. Could you go back to the vocal right before when she's stretching it out and she's got something to say right before the first drop?
Oh, before the first drop.
One of the words just hit me wrong.
Hold on. You mean for like this first verse part?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do better, yeah. Hand me my sweater, I feel a change in the weather.
Hand me my
'Cause
sweater.
You can do better, you can do better. Listen.
No, it wasn't that one. It was the next one, I think.
How about this one?
You got those claws up on you, got those paws, just another dog, yeah.
Paws, just another dog, that was it. What's that even mean?
What
What's
does
that?
that mean?
He's got paws and he's just another doll or something like that? It didn't make
No,
sense.
is she saying he's just another dog or a doll?
Dog.
Ah,
Pause.
dog. He's
That
a
would make
dog.
sense.
I thought she said doll. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I rescind my tiff. I like it. I appreciate the message.
He's just another dog. Anyway.
Just another dog.
Get out. I'm moving on. Next. We can do better.
This
Da,
is why
da,
I'm
da.
here, guys. This is why I'm here. Anyway.
Right. No, that was a good
Motivational
catch.
track.
Yeah. Really nice though.
Yeah.
Well done. Great place
Yeah.
to start.
Demo of
too.
the day for me.
All right.
Okay. That's
We
it.
have one.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah.
Next up, Mr. Stars with a Z, and it's Ain't Gonna Catch Me, featuring Faceless. I don't know.
P.S.
how
I'd
to
really
spell
like
it.
to know who the vocalist is on that last song. I wonder if it was it was just so good off the bat that I'm like, is it a Splice sample? Because it's
That's
just
what I
that
was
good.
thinking.
Where's
Yeah.
Todd?
John
Where's
McDaniel
Todd?
also has the same thing on Twitch.
Hey,
Right.
JB.
Oh, what's up?
JB.
Yes.
Is anyone-
Oh, and
Anyone out there?
I also noticed old mate Brian Fink was.
Brian Fink is
looking
here
for a
too.
Tighter Finky edit. Very nice.
Dog. See, he
Hello,
caught the
Mr.
dog
Fink.
thing.
Yeah.
He caught the
All right.
dog thing. All right.
Maybe if
So,
I get
but-
sent the record, I could like chop it up in Ableton during the show, and then we'll play it at the end, and it'll be perfect. I think.
Standard Lorne request.
I'm gonna see if I can get hold of this record somehow, and I work on it during the show.
Well,
All
there
right.
you go.
All
When
right.
you do that to artists that don't expect it, have you ever gotten pushback from an artist where they're like, I never told you you could do this with my song?
Oh, I mean, I've never done it without consulting them, or at least explaining why I did it. It's not like, oh, by the way, we're releasing this version of your song and it's half.
No,
as
no,
long.
but like when you hit them back and you're like, yeah, I decided to throw this in Ableton and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I actually have. You know, probably 2% of the time, I'd say. Out of the maybe 1,000 records that I've ever edited that way over the last 20 years, I'd probably say there's been 2% of the time that there's someone who sort of goes, oh, well, that's not what the intention of the record. I did that because it was meant to be there. And then I have to say, well, sure, but no one's going to get to the second drop if it takes you 5 minutes to get there. So normally
Right.
with explanation, there's a point where they agree. Sometimes they say, yeah, but you don't understand, this part's really important because of a reason. I'm like, all right, great, well, we'll keep that, but we have to trim the intro or something. So
Got
yeah,
it.
sometimes you get kicked back, but most of the time everyone's quite reasonable. If it's just like, this is my piece of art and you're not touching it and don't try anything and we're not listening to anything you say, then I'm like, well, I guess you're looking for a distributor then. Good luck with that.
True.
There's no
There is a
value to
path
be
for
added
those
here.
people, and that's okay.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
That's
No
fair.
problem. Yeah, yeah.
That's fair.
Ultimately, I always say that I have 49% of the vote. That's my Lorne Padmanism. I'm like, I have a very strong 49% of the vote, therefore I will kick and moan and scream, but I will always be outvoted. I will always allow myself to be outvoted in every instance because the artist has to stand behind the art, not me. So that's how it needs to be. Or the art for my US friends.
Art.
Art.
The art. I love art.
Yeah, I kindly disagree with you on that one.
Oh, okay. Here
Do
it comes.
tell. Georgia
No,
Babe,
well,
let's
I
hear
mean,
it.
I agree with what he's saying about the artist has to stand behind the art and the
Yep.
story that they told. But
Yep.
in specific instances where but then there's also expectations, right? So to match expectations with results, you have to like figure out the pieces where those tools can work together. And edits are a very specific tool that is extremely important to what we do.
Yeah.
So
long as their original vision still lives somewhere, though. So if I say, hey,
100%.
your radio edit needs to be 2 minutes, but your original opus can be 3.5 minutes online in DSPs, cool, no problem.
absolutely, and sometimes those edits don't even come out, right? They're just used for a purpose,
Yeah.
right? So that's
So
the other
a
thing.
big reason I like advocate for NFTs and Web3, which can exist synonymously with DSP releases and Spotify, etc., is because I think there is an audience, especially of super fans, who want to hear what your magnum opus is, untouched by an A&R, untouched by opinion. There is certainly a fan who wants to hear, what did you come up with, even a draft of the record before it came out for release. What is that version? You know, because like our favorite artists, wouldn't we love to hear what's the iPhone recording sound like before they recorded it and put it down? What is the V1 through 12 before they got to that release?
Right.
And all that content is really interesting to me, and I think that there's a place for it. And NFTs are kind of just a cool way, but regardless of NFTs, I like the idea of that stuff living somewhere.
Right. I agree. It's the edit discussion again.
It's the edit discussion again. Look
Right.
what happened there.
And here we go. So let's get on to this
Anyway,
next one.
moving
Mr. Stars with a Z. This is called Ain't Gonna Catch Me. And this is Dope or Nope.
Ain't gon' catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Dime piece, she got all the specs. Bad and bougie, got nothing but checks. Still got the ex, she asked me for sex. I turn it down just to get her upset. And I stay finessing my blessings and never confessing, not even in heaven. Ice on my wrist and it cost me 11. Don't even try me, I'm packing a weapon. Rolling to my caddy to Philly. I'm feeling myself and I'm speaking it clearly. I'm bouncing on 20s all over the city. I'm moving a kilo and looking too drippy. I'm spinning the rims and I'm smoking them gently. I run from the ops and they ain't gonna catch me. Nah, ain't gonna catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Ain't gon' catch me. Look at me flex, flashing the set. My type of girl, let it brunette. Ice at her wrist, flooded baguettes. Hop out the coupe, then straight to the jet. Look at these diamonds, look at this drip. Look how I flex. Ooh, she's got 1,000, might take a trip.
I like that a lot.
I like this part, the heavier synths. No, not the bleeps and bloops. That came in.
Not the bleeps and
Right,
bloops.
right.
That's cool. That's
Um,
really cool under his vocal.
yeah.
This is one of those vocals that either you love it or you hate it.
Okay, so I think for the rap part, the flow needs to be, I think if he was faster, it'd be faster and more intense, it'd be cooler and fit more with the track, because it doesn't like, it seems like it's fighting each other right now, so he either needs to rap faster and more intense, and then it would be cool with the same like intenseness of the track, and I think that might help the situation.
Yeah, I like his voice. I like the track. There definitely needs to be a little sync up there. 100% agree
Yeah.
with you.
Isn't like off time
Because like this
vocals
part would be
kind of a
really
thing?
cool. Like this part, if it was like faster and more aggressive, it'd be really, really dope.
Yeah,
when it connects, it's better.
right. But to your
Yeah.
point,
Brain.
Austin, sometimes like that laid back approach, I hear that less with maybe rap and more with like an R&B vocal where they're just a touch behind and then they scoop back into the rhythm of the song, and that I think it's an incredible talent to be able to do that and sound good. But maybe Nick or Lauren can speak to that a little bit more.
Yeah, Rimnez Music on Twitch mentioned playing with the vocal, with the pitch and the formant. I definitely think that there's a place to mess with pitching it down, especially in the drops. You also might want to try like a light side chain of the vocal to the track. If you have that already, just dial in like the wet dry on that side chain a little bit more and see how see if that helps marry it to the track. I'm also like, I feel like it needs space. Just, you never really get a break. It's pretty relentless.
Right.
So
there was
it would
zero
be nice.
space in there.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a moment to just
What's this
ride
part?
it out.
This is actually the next one.
Oh, go,
Oh.
keep.
I was
while
like,
we're talking
oh,
about
I
it, we should tell you
connect the
understand what we're
two.
talking about. Yeah.
I'm moving.
Yeah,
I'm moving.
He is
Oh, I see.
I thought it was the same
Alright.
track too.
That's
I
called
like
In the
this
Mix
part.
right there.
This is cool.
I'll go back.
Lauren, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really great. I think it's really cool. I think that it definitely needs repitching. I definitely feel like that needs to be pitched down, and also it needs a slightly better rhythm. It just felt like it was out of time, maybe on purpose, but if that is on purpose, then maybe too much. But good sound choices, just, I don't know, feels like it needs a better edit, perhaps, and also the vocal needs to be pitched down in some places. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Bok Nero, where he has a tone that's similar to that, but in the drop, he'll pitch his vocal down. We just put out a record with him and Slushy and Nitro Fun on Friday, and he raps at this kind of level, like this tone, like his normal level, and then in the drops he's pitched down by almost a full octave, and it just sounds cooler. So
Right.
that will create the variation that we're probably looking for. That we
Probably
keep,
worth
that everyone's
mentioning.
fighting.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you have more? Okay, sorry. Worth mentioning too, on like the hip hop vocals, if you're going to move them around a little bit and try to get them locked in, you can't paint with a broad brush. So you kind of have to go line by line or even word by word to nudge them in
Right.
when you're doing edits. You can't just take the stem and move it around and expect it to land where you want. So it's just worth noting, like if you're trying to get it in the pocket a little bit more, you're trying to move the, I don't know, you're trying to get it more locked in, you're gonna have to do some micro editing to make that happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think worth it. You know, when you really nail something like that, like it's
Absolutely.
so good. All right, so that was Mr. Stars with a Z and called Ain't Gonna Catch Me. Up next is Barkin with Take a Risk right here on Dope or Nope
can't.
Demo Drop. I don't even want to go there.
Vibing up. Only one chance, let's take the risk. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one night, let's make it hit. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one chance, let's take the risk. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one night, let's make it hit. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one chance, let's take the risk. Only one chance, let's take the risk. Yeah, the lifestyle's too damn lit. Guess you never know till you take that risk. Here's to the chances that we ain't missed. One time for the times that we never ever quit. Here's to the times that we let shit go. Can't let the bad vibes weigh on our soul. Ain't good vibes, we don't really wanna know. When the bass hits, lose control. Lose control. Ain't good vibes, we don't really wanna know. Lose control. If it ain't good vibes, we don't really wanna know. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one
love
night,
go
let's
through
make
the
it
build.
hit. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one chance, let's take the risk. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one night, let's make it hit. Vibing up, getting lit. Only one chance, let's take the risk.
So, same discussion for me on this one. The beginning, in this first piece, like I felt like it really had it more at the beginning, in sync rather. And then with the part we were just listening to it about 130, 140, it was similar where it started to not fit as well.
The
Anyone
vocal,
else?
the vocal and the production are great on their own, but together I don't think it quite fits because the lyrics are so positive, and I could really appreciate like less nasty cutting. But I do like that electro in the
The
background.
track is dirty. Really
Yeah.
nice, grimy piece.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit what he's actually. The message to me is more like, more positive spin on everything. Take a risk, go do something cool, but it sounds like it's more aggressive for that.
Wait, I have an opposing opinion about that though. Feel
On a
like-
dirty track, Raquel?
Who am I? I feel like if this was on a fluffy, frolicky piece, we'd all be like, not we. People would say, this is like expected. Meh. You know?
Right.
Like, this is too cliche.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I like that. I like that that's how it is because it's like not expected and different. I don't know, man.
I love it.
Who am I?
I love it. I think it works really well. The only suggestion I have is that the vocal processing should evolve as the build evolves. Should send out to like reverb or delay, thin out. And so as that happens and it climaxes with the build, then you pull back right before the drop and the vocal gets super dry and you just say, take a risk. And it fucking hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Language, Nick. Wow.
So, wait.
This is a
But wait.
children's show. Come on, family
It's
friendly.
not a children's show.
So where would someone
No,
learn
not children.
those
It was.
kind of...
I'm in the wrong show here, guys.
Where would someone learn those kind of tricks?
Finish my
I mean,
I leave this to you guys.
I have an idea. I know where we could do
YouTube.
it. If you went to finishmytrack.com, I think you've probably got a pretty good idea of being able to glue in the vocal more, make it sort of sound a little bit dry just towards the outro and wet it out on the way in. I'd also say that finishmytrack.com would tell you that the middle part of the vocal is really great, but the intro part of the vocal potentially needs more writing, so it's not just looping the same one idea. And if it is, then you need to create an effect over it and reverb it and get rid of the bottom end of the EQ. I also think that the vocal probably could be doubled more, so it doesn't sound like it's just one take with one point source. It needs to sound like it's 2 or 3. So it's almost like a duet of itself. But anyway, Finish My Track will be able to solve all that for you. That's just my
I
thinking.
love it. Said by the tall poppy himself.
Yeah.
right.
I'm here to help.
No. So we
My
can't use
tall
that
poppy
term.
died, by the way.
But-
It
yeah.
died.
My tall
What?
poppy
Oh.
back here is
Died.
doing just fine. Look at this thing.
Poppy?
Come on.
Wow.
My poppy. I bought
Hey.
that tall poppy at the beginning of summer, and it couldn't handle the weather.
Oh, that's right. You did buy one of those things. See, it's
man.
what
Oh,
happens.
real?
The tall poppy syndrome
missed
can't handle the heat.
I don't think we can use that. If we've waited a good 30 minutes into the show, then I don't think it's applicable. You know what I mean? Like, then I think we got past it.
Notice how Lauren said one of those things referring to a tall poppy. Your hatred for tall poppies is just thick. Thick, sir.
I'm not a fan of tall
Tall.
poppy syndrome.
Love the
You
idea
like
of the layered
medium poppies, don't you?
We never.
We've discussed this before.
That
The tall
you like
poppy thing
poppies
is-
that are medium, and mine
Solid.
they're beeswax.
Right.
Don't
Yes,
be tall,
yes.
except for
Don't
if
be
you want to be
tall.
tall. Yeah, get in
Right.
my office. That's a tall.
Hey, just to
poppy,
go
right?
back real quick.
Tall poppy is bad,
Sorry, go ahead.
bad.
Lauren is the socialist
it-
of tall poppies. He wants everyone to do the same
kidding.
thing. And
You will not
No,
be tall. Be
You
short
guys are
again.
missing the point.
Get in
Now we're-
line.
Tall poppy
This typical
syndrome is
me.
not that. It's the Australian stupid thing where they won't allow someone to get ahead and really have a great success and do well because you need to be normal and like everybody else, which I think is complete BS. I
No.
think that
Normal's
everyone should
boring.
be
Language.
yeah, normal or no, and like and fitting in, no. I think that you should break the rules, not the law. Break the rules. Try to make adjustments. You know, to be the best you can be, and have all of your people around you help you, and
Yeah.
encourage it. And that's why I think America has got it going on. Like, you know, America is definitely not tall poppy syndrome at all, which I love. So whilst I brought it up a long time ago with you, Nick, about how I have this internal cringe factor every time that we plug something, I actually secretly like that no one's beaten me down for sort of saying, oh, by the way, come and speak to me about this and I'll help you out. And it doesn't feel like I'm sort of, blowing my
Did
own
you say
horn,
that
so to
all
speak.
in an Australian accent first?
I just
No.
did. The whole thing was an
wait,
Australian.
the whole thing.
What do you mean?
Okay.
He also did it in
I
like
mean,
one breath too, which is pretty impressive.
How do you
did.
think I talk?
I also
mean-
love that.
Australian accent,
Just
mate.
reiterating.
I
Right.
love that
Jeez.
Austin flagged BS as a bad word. He didn't even say the word, and he
It
flagged it.
refers
purposely
to some
changed
naughty
it to
naughties.
I changed it to BS. I had something much worse.
different.
You
We're
would
not
not
gonna
be
cut it.
okay with
You
it.
should have said
No.
BC. Bull craps. Language.
British Columbia. Oh,
Hey,
Back
before we
to the
go
music
on,
really quick. I just wanted to finish this music
Yeah.
thought about this record before I forget.
right.
The layered vocal idea I think is brilliant, and we don't talk about that a lot. But if you do record vocals, especially hip hop vocals or regular vocals, and you can double, if not triple, quadruple up, and get them layered in so they're perfectly synced, it's such a great way to beef up the vocal. Most professional vocal producers do it, but the key is, one, the layering has to be locked in perfectly and should be processed a similar way, but also some of the panning can work to your advantage too. So if you're doing ad-libs below that and you pan them out, it's a good way to, I don't know, make it more powerful. That's it.
Is
That's
that
the
is that
tip.
harder to do with when you have like a rap vocal like that?
It can be, depending on the artist. If artists aren't used to doubling themselves, it's a difficult performance technique to kind of get down. And a lot of times you got to do the one headphone on, one headphone off thing to
Right.
really get locked in. But it's dope. I mean, Dr. Dre is like where I learned how to do that with hip hop vocals really early, because he would do like one or two down the middle and then two panned hard right and left, and you get like a really cool effect.
Nice. I don't know if you see the comment from Eric Sharp and Kirk. They're talking about I guess a plugin, Vocal Align.
Vocal line is the one.
Yeah.
Vocal line's great.
Yep. You can
Vocal
also do
line
it
is
in
really
Logic.
clever. Yeah, do you want to explain it, Nick?
I will in a second. I was also going to mention the Logic Flex. You can do it in there. Vocal line basically analyzes the existing vocal and automatic. Lauren, I haven't used it in a long time, but this is kind
I
of how
can
it
do
works,
it.
right?
I was using it
Yeah.
last week. Okay,
Go
so
for it.
basically, if you've got stacks of vocals, you tell which one's the boss, and then all the other ones line up to that one, and you can have them line up exactly perfectly, so it sounds like it's just one beautiful vocal. Or you can, once you've lined them all up, and it lines up every single little nuance, every small articulation to the one that you've called like the boss, the main one. And once you've done that, then you can tell Vocal Align for each individual vocal. Push this one out 10%, make this one 15% wrong, make this one 20% wrong. So it just floats a little bit, and then that way you get the natural feeling of a vocal take, which wouldn't exactly be perfect every single time.
In other words, you're telling the vocals.
Fantastic.
Okay, so in other words, vocal line, you're saying that the premise of the software is to tell the vocals to get in line like good little poppies. Get in
Yes,
line,
that's
vocals.
right.
Well
you
done.
doubled vocals, you.
Wow, we keep coming back to that. Just
Couldn't resist.
to go back real quick, since we got a little deep on that, that was Bark and Take a Risk, the song we've been talking about, and aligning all the poppies in one place. Next demo up is Mesa and Boss, and this is called Black Hole, and you're listening to Dope or Nope.
Eric Sharp said it's a socialist plugin.
Get in line. Maybe 3 hours.
I can't figure it out. Why I shut off when you show me love. When you wait in under rain clouds. And the lights go dark. Aren't you tired from another? like to meet you another day. When I'm in bed.
Super cool track.
Can we start the thoughts on this one with Old Mate A-Town?
A-Town, are you asking because you know I like dreamy chants?
Yes, indeed.
Chants with an O.
You do have a
chants.
trance
Trance
playlist.
with
on
the
it.
O. Tell me more about your love of this record there, A-Town.
Well, okay. I like when you got a nice female vocal on top of a big build, a dreamy, you know, like emotional, like emo trance happening. But like it's also got a progressive house drop, so it's not
Trance.
completely trance,
Right.
but almost trance. So it's like half trance, half, you know, old school jazz vibes going on, which I'm just a sucker for.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't climax enough for me. I'll say that
Yeah,
much.
that's true. What do you think,
But,
Raquel?
I think same thing. You know, I like the same like dreamy, airy, frolicky situation, but I
Yeah.
feel like I noticed myself just being a little bit bored. So I think there needs to be something that's like something that will catch you and hook you back into it. But it's cool.
Yeah. I'm. It's 4:48. I think the same story can be told in 3:15, and that would solve the boredom. That would solve the boredom for me.
Yeah.
Very scientific. You guys probably don't know that Nick and I were taking side bets on how much Austin and Raquel would love that emo record. But
No skim. They're not taking a skim on our bets.
What was
Nope.
the over/under on that?
Yeah.
And I will take a skim. Thank you.
So I love the vibe of it. I think it captured a certain emotion that I really enjoyed. Agree with Hess. Could have been told in a much shorter time, but I feel like there isn't something that I take away from the record and remember. There's not a line or a hook of the lack of a better word. There isn't something where I'm like, oh, that section is a thought that makes sense, or that hook or chorus is like something that I'll sing afterward. Like those Jess records, aside from the vibe being captured, they were catchy, and they stuck. So I think that that should get addressed. Like the singer's great, the emotion's great, but there needs to be something sticky about the song. That's all I
Agreed.
got.
If you're gonna leave it at 4:48, I think it should. There's a lot of work to do there.
yeah, my only thought on it was that to Nick's point, if you said, "Hey, have you heard that new Mesa and Boss record?" You know, the one that goes like, you're gonna have nothing to say.
But in
no,
the notes,
there's no shareable hook.
it says second verse is heavy. So I don't know if we heard
maybe
the second
heavy
verse.
meaning wise, whatever. But there wasn't like a specific melodic piece that was memorable. There wasn't a particular line that was repeated enough to be the hook or the memorable moment. From a production perspective, I really loved the round kick. It reminded me of Dirty South around 2005 to 10 sort of thing. Very, very, well, maybe more like 2010. Very rounded kick. Didn't have a lot of poke in it. It was sort of soft on purpose, which was nice. I like how the hat and the shuffle was saved for later in the drop, so that it, gave the drop a little bit more energy, a bit more movement. So I liked all that, and I do really love the ethereal vocals. So there's nothing about it that I don't like. I just, to everyone's point here, I don't know if there's anything about it which was either enough. It didn't really hit a particular moment. It needed to sort of feel more like Alan Bluestone. Like, what would he do to the record to kick it up and make it a bit more pumping? That's probably
Right.
where I would look. I would look at that. I would listen to Above and Beyond and try to think about what does it need to have extra to take it where it needs to be.
Or new Emma Hewitt with Marcus Schultz, Into My Arms, one of my fave records from last week on Black Hole Recordings, which is the name of the track by Mason Boss we just heard. How ironic is that?
Whoa! Wow.
I like what you did there.
I
like how
really
you
love it.
Barely got it out.
wrangled all that together.
Tried my best.
All right.
All
What
right,
song
next
are we
demo.
listening to right now, though? This is great.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is
What's this
so
elevator
good.
tune?
You changed it.
That was. We'll come back to that because I think we're gonna end with that. We're gonna need to give that person some credit. Next demo up, Lauren, and this is called "Forgotten Lovers." Right here on Dope or Nope. One more drop here. Hold on. I got it. That is Lauren, Loran, Forgotten Lovers. What do you guys think?
Did you guys notice the a clicking on top of the kick? It seems like it's on purpose. I kind of like it. At first, I was, wondering what it was. It's like
a
something
finger
like
snap. It's so slight.
like a high tom or a roto tom or something like that. Me likey. Go Lauren. Not Lauren. Lauren.
Not to be confused.
Lauren.
Different people.
Yeah, I like that. I like that sound effect. I think there's I don't know if it's a playback issue or what, but it sounded like the whole track needs a stem mix. That sound might be eating up a bunch of room, so other things can't come up. But the first thing I'd address is the stem mix issue. Overall, compare it to some other records that are in a similar style. The Swedes, for one, Swedish House Mafia.
Oh, speaking of which, how was the show, George?
It was really good. It was really good. We were talking about it a little bit before you got on. It was a really nice historic, like a 10-year sweep. Obviously, that was the last time I think they were there. And they played like a lot of new stuff, a lot of old stuff. They played their new track with Fred again, which was really interesting, sort of drum and bass. But overall, it was really interesting. It was also a great like crowd watching moment. Just really fun being on the floor. Can't hear you, Lauren.
Tell me more about that. What was the crowd watching like?
Well, I was saying, I don't know if you were on when we were talking about it. It was this like watching mid 30-year-olds relive like their 10 years ago, right? They were singing like every song at as loud as they could possibly sing. Like you could see their faces. I couldn't hear them because the music, but you could hear like there was a couple guys next to me. I'm like, you guys need to just move over a little, 10 feet. That's all I need is just 10 feet. But it was great for like, it was just like watching people just really, I mean, every single word. It was obviously a little bit older crowd because, people who like really, there weren't not like a lot of terribly young people there. I would say mainly like definitely higher 20s into mid 30s, which is great. I mean, they came out in droves. It was a sold out show. And I thought it was really good. And the guys were like super sweet. We got to talk to them for a little while. We brought the radio people back there, and they really appreciated, verbally, like everybody's help that plays their music at radio. So I thought that was a really, artists sometimes don't really, maybe certainly not before a show at Madison Square Garden, need to like lay out a thank you like that in a room full of people. But I thought that was really nice. Appropriate, nice. Certainly, but nice also.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, fun. It was definitely fun. Glad I went. Certainly. We got totally off track there. So that was Lauren, Forgotten Lovers.
Sorry, I
shall we
really
do the
wanted to
next
ask
one?
you.
Oh no.
Oh no,
It
the
was-
only other thought I was gonna say
Yeah.
around that was, it sounds like a really good draft to send to a singer. In fact, the Ella McCarthy on Instagram said they would top line this. So I don't know anything about them, but that's the
There
way
you go.
opportunities happen. But
That was
it
great.
does sound like a really good foundation for a big vocal record. So that's a good route to pursue.
Oh, nice one.
Nice.
See, that's why we do this. This is
Exactly.
it. Connecting people all the time. Next demo here at Dope or Nope. This is Benix. That's Benix, and You Are Here. And this is apparently mastered.
Nick will be the judge of that.
I know you have a story to share. Come and
What happened?
Hello?
was
Okay.
hot.
But it's mastered. Come on.
Chris, just stop.
tonight. I can hear get cracked. I never feel easy. Life is not the thing I carry. Night with clear and pain. Sometimes we were just running like a holiday. When I'm feeling you to me, you are here. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air.
Very nice.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Let's
What is
go.
happening?
Wait, what happened?
Let's go. That's my demo of the day
Wow.
right there.
Wow.
I'm here for it.
Damn. Nick.
Same,
Wow.
Love it. Love
Wow.
everything about it. Love the
You know-
tight drop.
That's so cool.
I
Sound
do.
design is super cool. Love it.
I'm leaning a little bit with Rock Oz though. It is a banger, and I agree with the bell. But I feel like there was a few. That one piece right before it mellowed out again was busy, like
Yeah.
kitchen sink kind of busy.
I agree.
Okay, anyway,
I like
not,
it.
Not the negativity. Back to the positivity again. Raquel.
I like that.
Wow.
Raquel, put her on top.
Someone
No, I
take
really
control
like
of the
that it's
windows away from
different.
Lauren, please.
I think it's
Nope.
cool. It's different. Like a lot of times, we always have the same critiques for everyone because it's kind of like, you know, we're trying to find whatever. But this is different, and I kind of like that it's kitchen sinky because it makes sense though. Like we've all heard the one that's like, ooh, but I like that this is different. It's cool.
What's a chicken?
And this
What's a
is-
chicken sinky? I don't get that.
Like
Kitchen
you
sink.
threw everything at
Kitchen-
it. But
kitchen
here's the
sink.
thing.
Kitchen
Oh,
sink.
lots of things in it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything in the kitchen.
He was
sink.
pushing all the buttons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Gotcha.
there was a little bit of that, but I would. All right, so like when
Right
I
here.
was a kid.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Wait, okay. But you know why I'm used to this though? Because of
Pretty cool.
K-pop. And in K-pop, there's like so much going on. Always. I just realized
Right.
that. Like, there's a lot of that normally in K-pop happening. So to me, I'm like, oh, this is normal for me when I listen.
Right.
Like,
Got it.
this is how it is. Yeah. I just realized
But I
that.
thought it worked together. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
It was just at that line of like too much for me, but it didn't get all the way there, in my opinion. But my grandfather used to cut my hair when I was a kid, and I'd always want like, yo, take off more, do this. He said you can always take off more, but it's hard to put it back on.
Yeah.
True that.
So I'd rather there be more that we just take some stuff out than try to get him to add stuff that might not fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
I like
have
it.
one question about the track, if you could indulge me.
Please.
Is the track called "You Are Here, Master"?
Or
or you are here, master.
There's no hyphen, so
Kind
Are you looking
It's a
for
bit of
like
bad
comma?
grammar.
You need a comma after here, and then it'll make more sense.
right,
Yeah.
or a hyphen.
dash.
Dead.
Okay.
Or a hyphen.
I almost said that
Oh
too
my
when I
gosh.
introed it. I was like, "No, that can't be. You are here, master."
Master.
You never know.
It's a
It could
question.
be.
There's a question mark at the end of it. You are here, master.
Master?
Master. Oh,
Nick.
applause. You are
Yes.
here,
Nick.
master. You've
Nick.
taken long.
What's up?
Master.
May I please have a bell?
Ooh.
Nice.
I also completely disagree with the whole kitchen sinky being too much. I think it's just the right amount of complextro to be awesome. So,
Okay.
well played. Good job.
Lauren's
Benix,
always playing in the sink.
Right.
You are here, master. Well played. Big fan.
You
Please.
are here by Benix.
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 Yes. You are here,
Look at-
master, by Benix.
You are
Please
here.
leave that the name of the track, please. You are
Master.
here, master.
I think it should be
You are
called
here,
kitchen
master.
sink.
Or
That's what
kitchen
it should be
sink.
called.
Kitchen
Kitchen
sinky,
sink
I think,
VIP.
is what you
Kitchen
come up with.
sinky.
I love it.
Yeah.
great.
Less than 2,000 followers on Instagram too. He sounds like a pro.
Great
Right.
record.
He's awesome.
Go
Nice
follow
one.
him, everyone.
Go
Yeah.
Exactly. One of my favorite guys in San Francisco. I think he's still in San Francisco. Ken Loy. Forever in my mind. V1. So I'm gonna say the whole file name. And this is Dope or No.
From here on out. That's awesome.
I've been getting lonely, wishing you could hold me, but I know we're not the same. I still miss the times when I knew your heart was mine. We both grown and we both changed. A little spark, it turned into a fire, and poured both of us down. Left its mark, we watched the flames get higher. There's nothing left to save now. But if I knew, yeah, if I knew, there's nothing different I would do. 'Cause we can live forever in my mind, forever in my mind. Yeah, we can live forever, you and I. I'm keeping us alive. We can live forever in my mind, forever in my mind. Yeah, we can live forever, you and I. I'm keeping us alive. Yeah, we can live forever. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we can live forever. Ha
That's Ken Loy. Forever in my mind. V1.
Do you want to hear my Ken Loy fun fact?
Go.
Yes.
So I want to say it was 2012, 2013. We were looking at different management companies and paying a lot of attention to Complete Control, and we're just trying to like make it happen. Didn't really have like any notable support just yet. It was like right before Tiesto really got behind our stuff, and obviously like he was tied in with those guys. So anyway, Ken was, I believe, on Complete Control. He was tied in there. And so we were just watching everybody's moves, like who's doing what, like what should we be doing? And then obviously we were playing Ken's records, and we were like, yo, this guy's like, he's killing it. And then we saw him in a Supercuts commercial, and we were like, there's no way we're ever gonna get to his level. He made it, and he was in a Supercuts commercial called Rock the Cut, and it's Ken. You could probably look it up. It's Ken Loy in this commercial. So I think he was like a brand ambassador for Supercuts.
Huh.
That's my Ken Loy fun fact.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome.
And you had the haircut barber story from your Gramps.
Right.
A lot of
hair going on there.
Yeah.
Raquel,
awesome.
Raquel's got to jump.
Raquel, do you have an opinion on this record before you have to shoot? I know you have to
I
leave.
love the
What's your
vocals.
feeling?
I love the vocals so much.
Okay.
the random like boop for me. I don't know. It was like
Boop or
booping
blip?
too much. The boop.
Was it the boop or the blip? Which
No, it was the
B
boop.
was it?
Could you be
It was the boop,
specific?
got it.
It just kept booping,
Yeah.
and I was like, in my brain, I don't know. It was a lot.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Ken's on
Very good.
Instagram here. Tell us, Ken, where's that boop
But Ken,
coming
I love
from?
the vocals.
And what's up with supercuts? Like
I just dropped the link. I found it. I dropped the link on Twitch. Ken, what's up, man? Shout out
Ken,
to
come
Ken.
on the show.
Raquel,
special,
thank
special
you.
Guest, Ken Loy.
Thank you, Raquel.
Great seeing
Thanks
you.
Very much.
See you guys next week.
have a great
Good luck
one.
with
See
your
you, Goldie.
day. See you, Goldie.
See you
Good luck
later.
with your day. Good
Get
luck
it,
with
Goldie.
Your, good luck with your drawers. Hope that you're getting them all worked out. Very good. Sorry, I just
Yo,
have
guys.
to throw that in every time.
Ken Loy. How cool would that be to have him on the show?
Yeah, we gotta
I
get
think
him
it'd
on.
be a great idea.
I
Super
want him
nice guy
to talk
too.
about master cuts or super cuts or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You gotta go watch that ad. It's great.
Ah,
You know,
yes.
Nick, I had the opposite discussion with my kids when I cut their hair. I keep telling them, it'll grow back. Don't worry about it.
That's awesome.
It's a tom percussion, says Ken
Tom
Lloyd.
percussion.
Oh, is that the boop that she was talking about?
Man, a lot of tom toms today.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I think that she was being very, very harsh on the bloop. I thought
On
it
the
was
I
bloop.
just came up with a great artist name.
What do you got?
I can't tell you.
Oh, this guy, he always does that. He goes, oh, you wouldn't believe this thing that I thought of. It's going to
it's
make me $1
amazing.
million. I was like, what is it? He goes, I can't tell you.
I can't tell you. Ken,
Just wrote
leave
it
some
down, don't
time next Thursday, Ken, 3 p.m. EST. Okay, give us about an hour. It's never really an hour, but yeah. So once again, that's Ken Loy, forever in my mind. Shall we do one more, or call it?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
All
You're
right.
the boss.
Nah. But this is Hoax, and this is Lucid Dreaming. Sounds like a good one to finish with.
That
Oh,
could
wait.
be.
Hoax from Belgium.
From BE, yes. And this is Dope or Nope. You're listening to Demo Time, 3 p.m. every Thursday with this crazy batch of people. Here we go. I can listen to that all day. Can I have a bell, please?
Nice.
Very nice.
Wow.
That one's great. That was a great last record too.
Yeah, it really
live.
is. Yeah.
Well named.
Wow.
the
Calls
whole
it
thing.
Demo of the Day as the last record on the show. Very impressive there, yes?
Really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked
That's-
it.
Especially like a non-vocal, like you really need to be doing some things to keep people's attention when you don't have a vocalist as another instrument, right? So like you really need to work, and I feel like that that did it.
Yeah, definitely.
Good on you, Hess. I'm glad
Well
that
said.
you called
Well,
it. Yeah.
Speaking of instrumentals, to stand on your own without a vocal is
Really
it's not a-
hard.
yeah, and it's really a show of bravery, let's say.
Yes.
And Mike Bond, friend of the show, submitted a track. We're not going to play it today. We'll get to it next week. However, he put this in his notes. He says no vocals yet suggestions. So basically, like, people are submitting instrumentals and then connecting with using the show to connect with vocalists, which is I think it's a need more so in the last few months than I've ever seen of producers looking for vocalists. I don't know if that's having anything to do with like recycled vocals kind of getting burnt out.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
mean-
part of it. And we'll all probably have a better handle on this maybe next week, but I know Reach is moving towards this new app where creators are going to be able to connect with each other, and there is going to be a lot more collaboration. So I think you can check it out in the App Store if you don't have the Reach app, but maybe go
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah, they're repositioning it a little bit. So I don't know. I guess we'll be here for a little while until they move off what we're doing.
Evict
but-
us.
Evict us. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to kick
Um,
us out screaming.
Exactly. So just once again, that was Hoax, and that was called Lucid Dreaming. Thank you for sending that. And
Beautiful
there it is. Another Dope or Nope in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
good stuff,
nice.
man. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this with me. And by the way, we played this track a few times in between ins and outs.
There it is.
And
Hey,
yeah, I
here it
just want to
comes.
say what this actually is. Sonic.
Yes.
How are we saying this? Sonic Kiss?
Sure.
SONIKSSP? Sonic?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is called Imaginary Days. We've been just banging this on your head the whole time when we're talking, and I
It's
think
really
it's
cool.
it's the perfect track for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a walk later with the dog, and this is gonna be like floating in the back of my head. I'll be just walking, going wah 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 wah. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's just Sonic. Okay, cool. SSP is his
Sonic.
personal label.
Oh, there we
Got
go.
it.
Sonic.
So
Cool.
there you have it.
Yeah, it's a great
Um,
record. We were talking earlier, I think, off the camera about how we feel it's like a really great bed of music for a computer game that you're actually playing, and all of your special effects are happening across the top of it, and just it's like a scrolling, adventure game, shoot 'em up, something like that. It's a really great record.
Yeah.
Or a auto insurance commercial.
Right.
Oh wow.
That we went there too. But you know what was
We
the
did?
other one where you had to like build was Sim? What was that game where you had to like build cities and
Sims.
Oh, Sim
Sim.
City.
Yeah, Sim City.
SimCity.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it is.
like
It's a SimCity track. You're right.
you're like, oh, he's a game developer. That makes sense, right?
Ah, there
So
we
I
go.
feel like you're walking
Makes
through
sense.
Super Mario
love
also
it.
works for this, right? So you're walking through the city and you're just like grabbing stuff and making
Yeah.
building.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, super cool track. Thanks for. Sorry, we're gonna keep using this over and over. I hope you don't mind. So this is Dope or Nope. We do this every Thursday, 3 p.m. ish, EST, and we play all the demos that are sent to us. Austin does a dance, and right,
Hey, my
and
cardi,
Great tune.
Raquel Goldie was here
Hey,
before.
Sally.
You can find her on Vinny's Vibes.
I know, right?
Sirius XM, the Pitbull Globalization Channel, Austin Kramer on Tomorrowland Radio, and Unreleased, and a lot of just follow his playlist because there's a trance list on there. There's a lot of good stuff.
Trance.
Trance, and it's with an O, by the way. It's spelled that way. And Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, one half of that team, and also Liftoff Recordings, and Finish and or Fix My Track, however you're feeling that one. Lauren Padman, I'm going to keep saying it, Lauren, just so you make that face. Lauren Padman, Vice President of Dimmock Records, all around studio fanatic. A lot of great information from those guys on the studio level. And I am Hess. I do some radio promotion once in a while, and we have some fun. This is so much fun for us here. Don't forget to follow everyone that you find of interest. And it looks like we've pulled off another almost 6,000 total views. That's pretty good for a week. Pretty good for an hour's work. We're going to be
Ken Loy
having...
just tweeted scissors at me. He sent me scissors.
That's
I
so
love it.
perfect. Austin, what do you have this weekend? What are you doing?
I just wanted to say that my dad's dad, Nick, was a barber in a small town in South Dakota after the Second World War. And then there was competition. There was a barber shop across Main Street, and there were 2 barber shops. And it was like, sides of the town they would choose, and you'd have to stick to that shop, like in small
my
town
God.
type
Wow.
situations. Old school business. And of course they were friends and all was good, but I just wanted to bring that up. Hair is in my family as well, so that's pretty cool.
I love
cut
it.
my
I'll
own
give
hair.
you one. I'll give you one more. So my great grandfather started the first barbershop in our county here in New Jersey, and actually his last name is Peluso, which is my mother's maiden name, which means hair in Italian.
No way. Come on.
Pilo means hair.
Whoa.
It gets deeper.
Wow.
Was there haircut lineage beyond him?
I don't know,
So
but I will
suggest
have
the
to
name.
dig.
The name could say it all.
Could.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
That
Yeah.
is kind of legend. Lauren, what are you doing this weekend? Tennis?
I'm actually gonna be playing tennis on Saturday afternoon, just briefly, but that'll be after I sit in on a panel for I think it's called Vocal Star. Vocal Star. It's a singing competition where they grab a bunch of people from America and internationally to come and do 1.5 minutes each from 10:30 through 4:30. So I'll be judging a vocal competition, which will be super fun
nice.
because there's always diamonds in the rough. There's always really amazing vocalists that you'll hear 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 phenomenal vocalists that just will rip the roof off, and so I'm looking forward to sifting through and finding them. And then Sunday I'm packing this house down because we're moving.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What?
Yeah, I just signed a lease on a place in North Hollywood, so we're into the valley and out
Wow.
of Hollywood,
Over the hill.
Cool.
over the
That's
hill.
great.
Yep.
Super
Congratulations.
cool, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. 4
Congratulations.
bedrooms, and the bottom bedroom is actually like underground technically, so I can be as loud as I want. It's
There you go.
fantastic.
Oh,
So
amazing.
happy.
Love it.
All right. Good luck with
Yeah.
that.
Great.
That's probably one of my
Yeah.
least favorite
Lots of
things to
packing.
do in life. Yeah, is pack.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Wow. Nick, what do you got?
As you know, I will not be here next week. Speaking of packing, which I have not started doing, and I'm
Oh.
leaving tomorrow
To go
for
to
the
where?
motherland of Italy
Oof.
for the week. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna be knee deep in about 3 pounds of pasta tomorrow night. So
Hey.
Hey.
yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
haven't. We haven't really taken a proper vacation since before COVID, so it'll be a
Yeah. Wow.
good week.
So this is it, huh?
Yeah, we're
Great.
going to Tuscany, and it'll be
Oh,
lovely.
amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Enjoy that. Safe travels
Yeah.
with that as well. I will be traveling to Bushwick in Brooklyn. I'm going to head over to elsewhere. There's like on Saturday, there's a show there with Viceroy Bones, Staria, who I've been working with, Cerulin, and Matt Black. It's sort of like starts at 3. They have a curfew at 10, but that should be a lot of fun. And then Jamie and I are going up, my wife and I, and we'll have dinner with my son, and we get a night in the city. I feel like one of those old folk conversations are happening right now in my head. And then back on Sunday.
That's
so,
great.
yeah, really
That's
excited
awesome.
about that.
Cool.
Super excited. Everybody, thank you so much for doing this again this week. Thank you for everyone who sent in demos. And don't forget to hug someone you love. It's never too late to tell them how you feel about them. Nick,
Yeah.
where are we going?
We are going, thanks to Spawn, our mod today, big shout out. We're going over to Foreguard with the 2 A's.
All right.
Foreguard.
Sounds good.
Everybody,
Foreguard
thank you
is
again
live
for
right
joining
now.
us. See you next week.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Safe
Peace
travels,
out.
Nick.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate.